We have to take our power back and realize our work is not equated by our worth. Our worth doesn't equal how much we work. And everything can truly be effortless. Everything can come to you. If you're taking inspired action every day, you're doing your work in the world, make time for yourself to receive.
Welcome to the Badass Manifester podcast, keeping you inspired with high vibe content, bringing you the best manifestation and mindset tools, teachings, interviews, and answering questions to help empower you to get out of your own way and take massive action to make magic your everyday normal. I'm your host, Ashley Gordon, spiritual life and manifestation coach, helping women and spiritual entrepreneurs manifest more impact, influence, and income. It is my purpose and pleasure to help you wake up to the badass creator that you are. Let's do this. What's up, my friend, my badass manifester? This is this week's solo episode. I love recording solo episodes because it just makes me feel close to you. I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. But for real though. And of course, during our solo week, I just want to shout out some incredible people that have left incredible reviews on the podcast. And if you have yet to leave a review, if this podcast has impacted you, please do so. Leave a review. I literally live for them. They mean so much to me. And I love shouting the reviews out and letting you guys know that I see them, I read them, and I love them. So I'm shouting out Corey82. She titled it So Much Energy, 5 stars. I love Ashley and her energy. It is contagious. Aww. Her take on manifesting is so helpful and she gives tons of practical tips. That is my freaking jam, yo. Giving out tons of practical tips. For sure. Corey82. Shout out to you. I hope this makes your day when you hear me shout you out. And then another one from Manifest Abundance Health. Heck yeah. She wrote, so juicy. 5 stars. I love Ashley. She does such a good job of bringing on powerful guests. Thank you. And interviewing them. Thank you. As well as sharing valuable content of her own. Super valuable lightning bolt emoji. Yes. Thank you so much. That means everything to me. And I'll just do one more. We have SFP Music. Shout out. She says, love the positivity. 5 stars. I'm just assuming that you're a woman. She's a gem. Thank you for challenging me to break out of my own head and the assumptions/stories that we tell ourselves. Heart. SFP Music. Heart. Right back to you, girl. I can't tell you guys how meaningful it is when you take the time to not only listen to the podcast, but to leave a review. I mean, that really takes something of you to do, and I appreciate it so, so much. It really just affirms to me to keep going, keep showing up, keep stretching, and I just love it so much. So if you haven't taken the opportunity yet, it would be awesome if you could pause this, leave 5 stars, leave little words, leave your name so I can shout you out. And when you hear your name, tag me on Instagram. Be like, yo, you shouted me out. Awesome. So good. So today's episode is all about how your work does not determine your worth. This is a really big problem that I'm seeing out there, and I see it in myself as well, is like work equals worth, and your worth equals your work, and that's just not true. You are worthy just as you are. And the more you start knowing that and the less you start equating your worthiness with the work that you're putting out and the badge of hustle that you wear, the more you can start receiving all the abundance. Yeah. I just posted on Instagram, work equals worth with a big slash in the middle. And I want you to raise your hand if you are a coach or an entrepreneur and you're a doer and hustling yourself into exhaustion. Raise your hand right now. If you're listening on the podcast, raise your hand. I can energetically feel it. And this has been my personal work over the last year, right? Getting into alignment, getting into the flow of things, getting into my own
flow, whatever that looks like for me. And I've only been able to get into the flow because I've hit walls. I've hit enough walls over and over and over again to finally get the message that I don't need to hustle like I am. I need to relax. I need to allow. I need to create space. And I swear to you, that is where the magic happens. That's where the sweet spot is. And I've had this be manifested this week, just as an example, which I'll tell you in a minute. But truly, I have worn the badge of hustle over the last year of my business, and I'm trading that badge in, trading the badge in as we go into 2020 for 2020 and beyond. Because the truth is when you are an entrepreneur, you're an online coach, and you're hustling yourself into exhaustion, you literally cannot be of service the way that you are meant to be. You cannot pour from the empty cup. You know this. And if you're on here and you're listening to this message, or you're on the podcast and you're listening to this message, you know it's true because we're all guilty of it. And the amount that I work, I literally thought equated to my worth. I was there. I was literally in that spot. And the truth is my work doesn't equal my worth. But my work is worthy, right? But me as a person, my worth isn't dependent on how hard I work, how much people think I work, because that's a big thing too. For years of my life, I hid behind jobs and opportunities and businesses that I thought would make me look good, right? That I thought would make me seem like I had my life together. Like when I started a yoga clothing line, I was like, oh my God, like this is great. This just gives me something more to hide behind. But that's not true. Like I didn't consciously know that at the time, but I realized after that big undertaking of starting a clothing line with my best friend failed, I was like, okay, I wasn't truly passionate about that, and I was doing that because I thought that it made me look really good. And the truth is I thought that my worth was equivalent to having a business or having a good job or having whatever, you fill in the blank, right? And we need to start to flip the script, because I think as a society, we were raised this way. As a society, we were taught, work really hard, make a lot of money. My dad actually didn't come into my life till I was 15 years old, and we have a beautiful relationship now. I love him so much, but his work ethic is like, you work really hard and you make money, and money is equal to how hard you work and all of that. And I just thank God almost that I didn't meet him till I was 15 in a way, because if I was raised with that imprinted deeply, deeply, even further into my subconscious mind, I don't know if I would be where I am today, honestly. I would have had a lot of cleaning up to do in that department. So when I'm working hard, right, and living in the story of how hard it is, the abundance doesn't flow as effortlessly. And maybe you can relate to this. Like when you're pushing, and this shows up in the mastermind group that I'm leading, Manifesting Max Impact Mastermind. These women are incredible, and they're starting businesses and they're doing big things. And there's work that goes along with that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, there's nothing to do. No, there's a lot to do, right? There's a lot of work to do, but hard is a choice. We can make our life hard, or we can make our lives easy, and all of it's dependent on our mindset. All of it is dependent on how we feel about it. So just remember that we can make it hard or we can make it easy. The choice is ours. It's just like that quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. It's the same thing. And I know that when I'm working hard and feeling like it's hard and like it's a struggle, and that I'm like literally, moving through mud, I realize that the abundance doesn't flow as effortlessly. The abundance doesn't come in the way that I want it to, because I'm pushing and I'm resisting. And working hard actually creates more resistance against the universe. Okay? So it's really important to know that. And then when I'm creating ease and I'm taking breaks and I'm meditating and I'm making time to journal and I'm in my gratitude and I'm making space for creation, everything becomes more magical. Literally everything. Kathy's like, yep. Yeah. Everything becomes more magical. And this week, you guys, I came home from this amazing mastermind weekend that I helped my friend Jen Casey with. I was like her point girl, and I was just submerged for the weekend in doing inner work, but also working on my business instead of in my business. And this week I had a 20K week in sales. Like out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, out of thin air, right? And it's really just a result of being in the energy of receiving. It's the result of being in the energy of what you want to attract instead of forcing shit to happen, and having that equal balance, because your work has to be balanced with the amount that you're giving, the output that you have. You're doing. You're hustling. That has to be balanced action. If you're not balancing that with equal amounts of receiving and getting quiet and manifesting and silence and loving yourself and taking care of yourself, then you're going to continue to feel burnt out, and you're not allowing the universe to give back to you. Because we give and we give and we give, we're all go, do with no celebration and quiet time. You then begin to force life, and life literally cannot be forced. Life cannot be forced. Raise your hand right now if you feel like you're forcing life. Yeah, raise your hand. And how do you change that? Okay, well, I'll answer that question too. How do you change that is for me, it's deliberately making time and space. Like yesterday, I was in this hustle. I was nonstop. I had like 5 back-to-back clients, and I literally had 2 team members at my house working on projects while I was on the phone, because there was just so much to accomplish. And I can't accomplish everything when I'm working with one-on-one clients. So I literally need like another me. That's what it feels like a lot. I'm sure you can relate to that. And I got off my calls around 4 o'clock. I worked with the team for another hour, and then I couldn't calm the overwhelm down that I was feeling. And so in that moment of the height of overwhelm, that's when I need to shut down. That's when I need to unplug. Even though it feels like, no, I need to do this. I need to answer these people. I need to get back to this client. I need to respond. I need to do this. I need to The list is never going to end. The list doesn't end. Ever. We have to say, enough is enough. We need a boundary. And I went and I got a massage, and I unplugged for the rest of the night. I got a massage. I came back. I took a bath. I went to bed early. I got up. I meditated. I journaled. I drank my green juice. I filled up my cup. And so it is self-care, but it's more than that with the intention. I have the intention around it to make that time to receive. The intention is to make that time to literally unplug so I can receive all the abundance, because I see you and I know you because I am you. We're always out there. We're always giving. And that giving energy is being of service most of the time. And, we always get what we give. And so if you don't stop giving to actually make that time to relax and receive and get back what you're putting out, the universe gets confused, because it's only going to give you more of what you're saying yes to in your life. So if you make it your pattern to go until you hit a wall, it's going to give you more of that. If you make it your pattern to go, pause, meditate, reflect, go in, manifest, receive, it's going to give you more of that. And it's always going to respond to you. And just so you know, when you're going constantly and you're giving everything you've got without taking time and space for yourself, you're forcing life. And life is not meant to be forced. Life is not meant to be forced. You are worthy just by being you, and it doesn't matter what your work is in the world. You came here to live your purpose. Awesome, great, amazing. It's the best feeling ever. And that's why you're here. Yes, you're special and you're not. Like, that's just why you're here, right? You came here worthy to do this work, this great work in the world. And you also came here to give back to yourself. And if you think about life doesn't force itself. The grass doesn't strain to grow. The sun doesn't cease to shine. The planet doesn't stop spinning. Everything in the ecosystem is working literally effortlessly. And that is life. Like, that is how you're supposed to live too. It's all effortless. That's really your natural state. So when you're forcing shit to happen and then you're complaining that it's not happening, it's because you're in this forcing energy. I see this all of the time. So like yesterday, I was on a one-on-one call with a client in my mastermind, and she was just tired. She's like, I am just exhausted. I am just exhausted of forcing things to happen in my life, in my business. I'm just exhausted. And these are her words, right? These are her words that she's using. And if she was in front of me, I would take a sticky pad and I would write all of her words down and I would paste them on her body so she could see what she's walking around with, because we have to start taking responsibility for this hustle. We have to start taking responsibility for this story that we're living in that's not even true, especially if it's not serving you. If you're living and you're suffering for no reason, what are you doing? We don't have to live like that. We have to take our power back and realize our work is not equated by our worth. Our worth doesn't equal how much we work, and everything can truly be effortless. Everything can come to you. If you're taking inspired action every day, you're doing your work in the world, make time for yourself to receive. Make time for yourself to celebrate yourself. Make time for yourself to realize how truly amazing it is that you get to live this life, you get to do this work, you get to have these experiences, and allow life to happen through you. Recognize the abundance that's already here so you can receive it, because it's here for you. You wouldn't be able to fathom it if it wasn't here for you. So that is my message for you guys on this beautiful day. And Tina said, I'm new at meditation. Any good guided meditations you can recommend? Well, there's Insight Timer app. They have amazing meditations. If you are in any of my online programs, I have a digital program called Create Your Life on Purpose, and it helps you connect to your calling so you can get into alignment with your purpose and actually make the impact you came here to make. I have beautiful meditations in that program, and they're called Trust the Process meditations. And I did have the I'm So Money bundle. It's not for sale right now, but when it comes back, you should definitely get on that. It's a $47 money bundle. But coming out soon in November for Black Friday, I've got really amazing stuff happening. Like, so much goodness is coming out for you guys. And there's going to be a bundle that's going to be life-changing. And I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to have everything that you need. It's going to have purpose. It's going to have breaking through limiting beliefs. It's going to have money, manifestation. It's going to have affirmation bundles. It's going to have meditations, hypnosis, and magic. It's going to have magic. So that's what's to look forward to as we move into the holiday season. Something that's affordable, that can be given as a gift, that can be given to yourself to help you get into alignment to like crush 2020. To walk into 2020 like you've never walked into a new year before. So stay tuned for all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, this live podcast. So happy to be here. And I will talk to you guys soon. If you guys have questions about this, holler at your girl. If you catch the replay, #replay, let me know. I just love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Tina, I hope that helps. And I will see you guys on the flip. Thank you so much for listening to the Badass Manifestor podcast. I love manifesting Mondays with you. And there's so much more in store right here.
The best way to manifest love is to give love. If you loved what you heard today, subscribe to the Badass Manifester podcast. Leave a review on iTunes. Let me know how much you dig the energy here. All of my social is linked up in the show notes, so screenshot this episode, tag me on Instagram, and let me be part of your real-time journey. For more info on me, feel free to go to my website, manifestwithash.com. Repeat after me. I am my own power source. I am the master of my energy, and I deserve everything that I desire. Go get 'em.